roars under the Eiffel Tower. Cheers from every Parisian bar. And a massive celebration along the Champs-Élysées. France won the cup, beating Croatia 4-2. It's been 20 years since France first took home the title. And while the award ceremony got a little wet, neither the champions nor a soaked French president seemed to care. Understandably, the songs got a little sad in Zagreb. The Croatian underdogs toppled giants to get to the final, only to come away short. The one minor distraction during an exciting game was a brief invasion. Several members of the infamous Russian protest band Pussy Riot ran onto the pitch dressed like police officers. They were quickly hauled off by the real authorities. The only thing they seemed to have gotten from the protest was a high five from French star Kylian Mbappé, who, by the way, is the second teenager ever, he's 19, to score in a World Cup final after Pelé back in 1958. Of course, the game drew lots of attention across Canada, and while it was bittersweet for those Croatian fans here, as Natalie Kalata shows us, for France's faithful, it was nothing but sweet.
In Quebec's largest city this afternoon, jubilation from more than 10,000 fans.
I've been here 20 years ago. I'm from France, but I've been here 20 years ago, and today it's just crazy. It's amazing.
France's victory over Croatia at the World Cup was predicted, and across this country, celebrations erupted. In Vancouver, the pride was written all over the faces of these fans.
France won!
In Toronto, French supporters took over part of downtown. But there is another part of this story, too, the resilience of Team Croatia and what it could inspire here at home. Today's match was the country's first ever appearance in the soccer final. And even when down 4-1, a refusal to surrender, the team pushed for one more goal, charming many watching here.
Considering the history of the game, the way that they've played, 20 years, we haven't seen anything like this to finish, so second place, we'll take it.
For Paul D'Agostino and Robert Iorusci, today's match brought back memories.
I have a very emotional, strong tie to the Croatia.
That's why I'm cheering for them today.
Both were players for Metro Croatia, Canada's little-known soccer champions. The Toronto team won the North American Soccer League Championship in the 1970s.
I would say that Croatia would kind of feel the way I felt, because we may think they're underdogs, because France has played very well, but so has Croatia.
In the end, while it wasn't enough to secure a victory for Croatia today, both D'Agostino and Iorusci agree there's a potential win here for Canada.
Teams like Croatia, obviously they're doing things right there, developing the players and get to this point, and hopefully we can see that here in Canada.
Now, wouldn't that be something to celebrate? Canada co-hosts the World Cup in 2026. Natalie Kalata, CBC News, Toronto.
Today's win is a big deal for the French coach for more ways than one. Didier Deschamps has now landed himself in the history books. This was Deschamps back in 1998. You might remember him. His hair wasn't quite so white. He helped lead France to his first World Cup win as the team's captain. That, combined with today's victory in Moscow, puts him in an elite club. He's now only the third person to ever win the World Cup, both as a player and a coach.